If you've been growing ugu for a long time now, and let's say for 6 months, from 6 months and above, it depends on the variety you have growing, and you've been harvesting frequently from it, I'm sure you're wondering, when is the best time to stop harvesting? When is the best time to stop taking from this plant so you can have seeds? You can finally get the ugu pod that will give you seeds, a lot of seeds for the next planting season. Over the years, I've gotten a lot of frequently asked questions about growing ugu, everything related to growing ugu. And one of those questions is, when do I stop harvesting my ugu? When do I stop taking from my plants? Just so that you can have your own seeds for the next planting season. If you're growing ugu, this is something you should know, because taking too much at the wrong time can stop ugu from giving you pods. And those pods are the real treasure. They are the source of your next planting season for sure. So in this video, let me show you how to recognize the signs that your ugu vines or your ugu plant is about to give you pods. And also how one decision can determine whether your ugu ends its life journey with only leaves or gives you beautiful pods full of seeds. Ugu is one of the best dark green leafy vegetables that I know. Some varieties you get a lot of leaves, you can harvest every week for 6 months or more. Others grow slower, staying leafy for almost a year before they begin to flower. I've grown all types in my garden, but no matter the variety, every ugu plant has one goal, and that is to reproduce. And when it is ready to do that, it begins to change quietly. If you keep watching closely, you'll notice those changes long before the first pod appears. The first sign that your ugu wants to produce pod is the appearance of flowers, and this is why most people get confused. There are two kinds of ugu flowers, the male flowers and the female flowers. The male flowers are the first to show up. They are smaller and usually appear in clusters. They don't produce pods, but they are important because they help the plant prepare for pollination. So when you start seeing those male flowers, take it as a message from your ugu that it is getting ready for the next stage, because the male flowers will come first and then the female flowers will appear much later. A few weeks after the male flowers, you'll notice something else, a thick, strong vine somewhere among the others. That's the vine you don't want to touch, because that thick vine will carry the female flowers. And the female flower is what turns into the ugu pod itself. If you keep cutting from that vine, your plant will keep producing leaves instead of pods. So the moment you see a fat, long vine forming, stop taking from there. Allow it to climb, flower, and produce pods. This doesn't mean you should stop harvesting completely from your ugu plant. You can still take from the other vines, the slim, regular ones that keep putting out fresh leaves. Be very selective, harvest wisely, and give your ugu time to rest and focus its energy on producing pods. This balance helps you enjoy both worlds. You're getting fresh ugu leaves for your kitchen and then healthy pods for your next planting. Once the female flower appears and gets pollinated, you'll soon see a small pod forming. At first, it looks tiny, like it won't amount to much. But if you give it time, it will grow into a big pod filled with dozens of seeds. sometimes over 100 seeds. During this stage, your plant will shift its energy from producing leaves to producing pods. That's why the leaves may slow down, because it is focusing on life inside that pod. So if you notice fewer leaves at this time, don't worry, your ugu is doing important work underground and inside the vine. So let me answer the question again. Stop taking from your ugu when you see a thick vine starting to form. That's the vine that carries the female flower and will give you pods. Leave that vine alone and keep harvesting only from the others. In a few weeks, you'll be rewarded with beautiful ugu pods filled with seeds you can replant next season. For 10 years I've been gardening, I've realized that every plant has its own language, and when you learn to listen, your garden will always provide you. So many people love ugu for its fresh leaves, especially here in Nigeria. We harvest it, we cook, and we'll blend it into soups every week. If you've been growing ugu at home and you've never gotten pods out of your ugu vine, then this video will show you all the reasons why. Let me know in the comments if this video was helpful to you in any way.